Alright, just get set up. Give me 1 second. One last thing. Okay, just about ready. Sorry, folks. Getting there. Alright, oh my goodness. I think I'm ready. Hey, hello Fritz the Wolf. It is going alright. Sorry, I'm just getting myself, as usual, set up. Never seem to have a smooth start to this. Hopefully, alright, okay. Figuring this out. Okay. Prompt book. I'm going to draw from the prompt book. I'm going to randomly pick prompts and draw them. This book is slowly getting filled up, but we're not there yet. Okay, we're going to start with moccasins. First thing is moccasins that I seem to have stumbled upon. Oh, well, you're in luck, Fritz the Wolf. Part of the reason, I guess, I just sort of happened to put them on top of the book. But yeah, they're different. I have different items for sale at gricklemart.com. And the smoking seagull stickers are one of those items. So yeah, if you are interested, head on over to gricklemart.com. Okay, that's all the hardcore advertising I'll do there. Moccasins. Let's do moccasins. Yep. Okay. Good. Oh, thanks. I am glad you enjoyed my work. Yeah, there's lots of stuff there. Lots of prints. All kinds of stuff. I try my best. My good friend Melissa helps me run, well, helps me. She runs the shop. Really, I just do my best to keep it supplied with things. And we do our best, but it is a small outfit. And it is challenging sometimes. But there are a number of things available there. Oh, thanks, Nick Hamblin. Yeah, I am very proud of that puzzle agent game. I mean, it wasn't just me. Yes, it's my style, but boy, it was a whole bunch of amazing people at Telltale that really brought that series to life. I have been forever thankful for it. Oh, cool. let me know when you do that. I would love to see check it out. Okay, so moccasins. Moccasins, I should probably color those moccasins in. And I'm just going to make them your standard sort of leather brown moccasins. Comfy, cozy. Excuse me. Nick Hamblin, I'm not sure what you're referring to. A more narrative-driven story in terms of what? Comics, film, animated shorts? What are you thinking there? Because I have done a bunch of things, but I'm not sure what you might be referring to or what you've seen of mine. Let me just, I'm going to make this a pink house coat, bathrobe, whatever you want to call it. I feel like in Canada we call it house coats. I feel like when I lived in the States everybody called it bathrobes. Either, same thing. Yeah, Nick, I'm not sure what stuff you've seen. I have done a whole bunch of stuff, a wide variety of things. I mean, if you look up my name or just go to Grickle.com, that'll point you in all kinds of directions. Maybe too many, I don't know. Alright, that's moccasins. Okay, I'm going right to the next page here. Henna tattooed hand. A henna tattooed? I can't even say it. Henna tattooed hand. Duh. Oh yeah, Nick, there's a whole bunch more. Yep. I'll let you explore. I've done a bunch of graphic novels, some for early readers, so might be too young for you to be of any use to you, or maybe not. Maybe you'd be entertained by them. Called Peter and Ernesto. I did a series. I more recently did a horror graphic novel for middle school ages, but honestly, I think it scares adults too. Eerie Tales from the School of Screams. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I really enjoyed making those YouTube videos, Fritz the Wolf. That's kind of what grew into what became Puzzle Agent, really. Well, one video in particular, which was the Hidden People video. Yeah, that video was basically what inspired the game. Let's see, I'm gonna go with this, and I don't really know anything about henna tattoos. What the temp ones, right? And I feel like they're always sort of tan colored. I really just made that all up. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed Principal Skellington. I really kind of love that world as well. I would love to turn that into a show, guys. Wouldn't that be a cool show? I think it'd be a cool show. Any TV execs listening out there? Principal Skellington, the series. There you go. There's a simple henna tattooed hand. Had a little shadow there. Good enough. Oh yeah, the Forest Electric. Yep, that was a fun one. That was a really early one. A lot of people like that one for its surprising ending. Phoenix Rising. Let's do a Phoenix Rising. That sounds exciting and dramatic. Why not? Yeah, right? Nice to see you here, Arna. Yeah, I am just, I've been exploring Twitch, and I haven't quite convinced Julian to come along for the ride yet, but we're getting there. But for the time being, I have enjoyed doing these live drawing sessions with just using my little prompt book as a guide. And yeah, it's been fun. I don't know what this little critter is here watching, but maybe like a little bear cub. Maybe he's a gopher. I don't know. But he sure is surprised at the Phoenix Rising here. Okay, let's have some fun with color, right? Phoenix Rising, I mean, come on. Lots of oranges and reds. Let's do it. Let's get this done. Yellow to orange, I like that. It's almost too orangey. I kind of want a little more yellow than that first. I feel like the interior of this should be yellow. And then I can spring out into oranges and reds. Hello, CDE. Yeah, I do love Forest Electric. Over the years, people have surmised all kinds of different endings, and you know, did the animals take the guns from the hunters and do the who knows? I like that people have invented their own versions of it, and that's kind of, you know, that's good. To me, I think that's art. Everybody should be pulling their own meanings out of things. Shouldn't be so overtly pointed towards an exact opinion or specific. It's I like things being a little more, I wouldn't say vague, but just not so on the nose. Leave some room for interpretation. I don't know. I think like any skill or any craft, if you just work at it, Nick, you start finding your own way through it. I've been doing this for a long time now, so I guess I've gotten okay at it. I don't know. I just enjoy doing it. That really is it. Been lucky enough to kind of do what I actually enjoy doing for a living, and it's still sort of surprised at that sometimes. But honestly, it's the only way I can function. It's it is my only option. I'm not great at anything else, really. I don't enjoy anything to the same level as I do drawing. Oh wow, that's a really old, boy, those shirts, man, I still have a couple in a box somewhere. That's going way back. Space Wolf t-shirts. That was definitely one of the very first Grickle videos I did. Still proud of that silly little concept. And I really like the way that shirt turned out, so cool, I'm glad you have that. I am looking for more of an orange. Yes, this is more of an orange. Fire is always fun to play with in terms of color and stuff. I think I'm going to try to sneak some red into this too. Just Phoenix, I don't know, red color. Alright, let's see what happens when it's getting that little red. Yeah, that's working. I think that looks cool. Yep, I'm enjoying this Phoenix. I think this is working out just fine. Whew. Fingers are getting a little tired from this coloring. Okay. Let's see now. Kind of looks like a chicken or a rooster. I guess because I gave it that red top, but that's okay. Okay, let's see. Well, I'm glad to be back drawing. I do wish I could get settled into an actual scheduled routine of doing this so that people knew when I was going to do it instead of always springing it on everybody in the last minute. But I'm happy all of you are here. At some point, maybe I'll get organized enough to do this on a consistent time scheduled time. Yes and yes. Let's see. Let's get some shading going on in here. See, brown. Hey, hello. Swarm of dead insects is here. Yes, I know, it's always a surprise, pleasant or otherwise, because no one ever knows when I'm going to be on here. I was just talking about the fact that I wish I could get myself on a regular schedule doing this, but I'm just not quite there yet. So bear with me as I continue to just show up random times here. I will say I'm going to try, I can't promise, but I am going to try to do this at least once a week. Try to get into the rhythm of that. And given my current schedule, I'm going to say the odds are better on the weekends that I'll show up doing this. But one never really knows. Yes, that's what I'm going for. Mystique, a magical mystery. That's me. Depending, yes, depending. But thankfully no bears currently in my view, so we're good. It does mean what it usually means, which is just hang tight with me. This might be a bad idea, but I just want to differentiate the bird from the fire a little bit. Yeah, I think that works. Fritz the Wolf, how long do you normally stream? It varies, Fritz, but typically 30 minutes to an hour. And my hope today is that I do have a bit of time, so my hope is that I can do this for about an hour. Might be slightly less or slightly more, but that is generally what I do. And sometimes, yeah, sometimes I've done like 20-minute, 30-minute sessions. But today I'm hoping to spend 60 minutes out here. Okay, I'm pleased with that Phoenix Rising. Let's move on. Okay, snow globe. Snow globe. All right. Oh, Bill the cat. Nice to see you. Grinning Ani, I did not come up with the prompts. This is a book. I think I bought one of my boys a long time ago, and they never really used it. It's been sitting around my studio forever, and when I was trying to come up with a reason or a focus in terms of experimenting with Twitch, I saw this prompt book and thought, you know what? I'll just use that. And it's been pretty fun, I gotta say. I don't know what I'm drawing here. Power stance of some sort. Some sort of demonic goat man. I wanted to put something unexpected in the snow globe, and I think I've managed that. Yeah, it's got a bit of a Krampus vibe, doesn't it? That would make sense. Not bad, not bad. I don't mind this snow globe situation. Some guy just having a look here. I kind of like the way this guy turned out. Okay, that works. Definitely lean into the demonic devilly side of things here, and I'll make this guy red. But I guess also sort of a holiday Christmassy vibe too, right? I don't know. I don't know if the Krampus guy's too concerned about anybody. Maybe, though. Let's see here. Just color in the base. Something dark, give it some weight. Yeah, okay. I like that. I don't think I need to add any more to that. Sharpen this pencil. 1 sec. There we go. Yeah, I think I agree. I think that little guy's making the best of it there, grinning Ani. Okay, we're moving on. Let's see. 4-leaf clover. Okay. Four-leaf clover. Okay. Yeah, just a simple one there. Do. Nice. Buckling his shoes together. That's a good one. Okay, that's simple. Okay. Brick wall. Okay. Fine. Yeah, I didn't really, I wasn't thinking about Pink Floyd when I read that. I was just thinking of a little pig guy. I guess the Three Little Pigs, that's why. I guess that's where that connection came from. You know, house made of bricks and all that. Babyface P, that's yeah, it varies, I will say. I think generally I kind of have some sort of visualization, I guess, in my head that I am trying to achieve, but I will say that 9 times out of 10 the actual drawing never really ends up looking like what I visualized. It's a version of it, but there's always layers of complications in the actual drawing of that end up evolving the drawing itself as it happens. So then it's kind of like comedy improv. You're just sort of making it up and going with the flow as you draw. If that sounds like a reasonable explanation. It is a weird process. I do enjoy it. It is a weird thing. It is like doing these live drawing sessions. I kind of enjoy the fact that, I mean, it's not anywhere near as actually dangerous, but it is my version, I guess, of a high wire tightrope walk. You're kind of just going for it, and yeah, I don't know. You're gonna make mistakes. I always do. But can you zigzag and detour along with those mistakes to make them not feel like mistakes? Will the drawing grow into something you never initially envisioned? Lots of times, yes, and it's kind of fun to see where that goes. And like so many things, like musical instruments, and there's so much of it, I think, with drawing is a level of confidence in what your skills are or what you can draw. I don't know. A certain level of ignorance, false confidence, I don't know. Sorry, I'm just catching up. Yeah, making music, similar, right? It's a very similar thing. I think making art of any kind of a similar path it can take. And that's kind of the most exciting part, is not knowing exactly, thinking you know where you're going to go, and then finding out that you went somewhere else. A lot of times is the most exciting part of it. The older I get, the more I realize it's that journey, that process that keeps you coming back for more. It's new, it's exciting, you don't know, you can't predict it. Not in the way you thought you could. Yeah, spotlight would be right on him, you're right. I wasn't thinking he was trapped. Oh, Fritz the Wolf. Yeah, Coraline. Yes, I worked on Coraline. It was I storyboarded on that film. It was great. Very proud of that movie. It was a lot of fun. A lot of great people I worked with on it. I just sorry. I'm thinking of Nick Hamblin's question about my style being an intentional thing. I don't know that it was intentional. It's a refined thing. I have just constantly kept drawing, and I gravitate to styles and things that I like and try to emulate those. But I didn't have any master plan in terms of the style I thought I'd develop. I think what my style really boils down to is I have continuously been driven towards trying to say the most with the least, like be as economical as possible. You know, I just I don't have the patience or honestly the skill to do really detailed like stuff and to spend the time on it. I want to get to the point fast. I don't know. That's just part of my personality, I guess. But it's driven my style to be a much more simplified, pared down thing. But those are the drawings I like the most. I mean, those are the drawings I enjoy the most. Don't get me wrong. I marvel at Bernie Wrightson like the rest of us. All the intricate line work and things and meticulous detailing. But at the end of the day, I kind of will always gravitate towards a Quentin Blake or a JJ Sempe or something like that, just that says a lot with very few lines. Although Sempe, I guess, does use a lot of lines sometimes. But yeah, Quentin Blake's a great example. I've always been a hugely inspired and big fan of Peanuts by Charles Schulz. Again, said a lot with very little in terms of the line work. And yeah, I don't know. That's totally what I've been trying to get to, I guess. I don't know that one thing or study. I just drew what I liked to draw and kept doing it. And like anything, if you keep doing something, you end up refining it and getting more confident with it. It just inevitably will happen. It can take long time and longer for others than some, but I don't know. And you know, honestly, life drawing has helped a lot. Drawing from life, I have learned over and over again that, geez, that's a good thing to do because you just pick up information and details and things that you would never have dreamed of. Truth is stranger than fiction, and it kind of applies to drawing too. There's just so many things when you actually look at an object and try to draw it, you learn stuff that you can then utilize in your style. It helps inform it. Oh, that's cool. Bill Watterson, yes. Sorry, Nick Hamilton. That's another... you know, Bill Watterson's on another level though because his drawings are sophisticated in my mind. I mean, yes, simple cartooning, but he does things with watercolors and gosh, when he does draw things realistically, like he can put the detail. He knows how to do all that stuff. He's everything. I mean, that guy could do everything. Unbelievable. I don't think there's been a cartoonist or artist like him since. Unreal. But yeah, I absolutely love Bill Watterson. I also really loved Richard Thompson. Are you guys familiar with him? Did a comic strip called Cul-de-sac. Unfortunately, he passed away, oh gosh, 2013, 2012, maybe even earlier than that. But he was such an amazing cartoonist. And he was a bizarre, like Bill Watterson, just really accomplished artist, but could draw really simply, get a lot out of simple lines, but it was also capable of doing really sophisticated things too. Oh, the pop sound, eh? Sorry for that. I don't know what would be causing that. Yeah, thanks. I'm glad everybody's liking the wolf there. I wanted to add just a little hint of a threat, maybe, possibly. Always makes for a little tension in a drawing, and that's always more fun, right? A little sense of impending doom, possibly. Just going to make this a slightly red wall. Up. Oh, it's not something to do with the mic. Would the mic be the thing that's making it pop? I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Okay. Yeah, that took a bit of time. Let's move on. Alright, box of crayons. I'm looking at that. I guess I'll do that. Makes me think of, what is it, Drew DeWalt? Or is it Oliver Jeffers? Did they both collaborate on that book? The Day the Crayons Quit? I'll do my version of that, I guess. Doing a lot of hands on hips today. I mean, it is a go-to pose I do a lot. But I feel like I'm overdoing it today, maybe. I don't know why I'm making these crayons so sad, but or just worried. I'm not sure. Okay, let's get some colors going on here. Let's see. Whoops. And make this green. Make this green. See that orange. Let's see, what other color could I put in here? Let's do purple. Purple. Okay, and what color should the box be? I can make it a nice orange color. Huh. Google Message. Interesting. I don't know, guys. Will we ever see any more Grickle Universe games? I don't know. I would love to do more Puzzle Agent, but it's not as easy as just me wanting to do it. There are lots of things to figure out, and I have somewhat attempted to navigate that world, but it's tricky, and I get busy because my regular general job is these days is storyboarding and helping out on other animated features. So that keeps me busy and distracted. And so, yeah, the planning and the organizing to figure out how and who and where to make another Puzzle Agent has been tricky. But I sure wouldn't be opposed to it. I love that world. Okay, there we go. That's it for the box of crayons. I'm good there. Let's go to the back of the book here. What do we got here? Come on. Yeah, it'd be fun to keep exploring it, for sure. I don't know. I'm not inspired by these ones. What are we looking for here? First place ribbon. I'll just do that. Yeah, Ross Scott, boy, he had such an impact in terms of getting people to bring new people to Puzzle Agent for sure. Yeah, I'm always been very thankful that he decided to say so many kind things and do the review he did on those games. Yeah, Telltale is it's fun. You know, the original iteration of Telltale was formed by friends of mine that I worked with long ago at LucasArts, and then it all kind of went in a not so great direction, and suddenly the company was gone, and then it resurfaced and was bought out by a different group that kept the name Telltale, and they seem to be doing a good job with things, I guess. I just don't know the folks that run it really very well. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I would love to figure out a way to get more Puzzle Agent back in the world. But like so many things, easier said than done. Yeah, Bill, I think you're right. I think things sort of blew up too big too fast, and I think my impression is that they scrambled to kind of keep at a pace that just wasn't sustainable. That's my simplified, uninformed view of how all that happened. I'm sure I'm wrong on many levels. You never know, Nick. You never know. I am thankful, though, you want to replay the game. There's a simple little first place ribbon. Okay. I am nearing the end of this session, folks. A few more minutes, so let's see what else I could possibly draw. Famous sign. Cool. Yeah, Nick, I don't know if you ever tuned into the live drawing I used to do on over on Instagram with my buddy Julian. Generally, that's what we did. We would just take audience suggestions and go from there. And yeah, I may get back to that, but I'm weirdly determined to finish this prompt book first before I do anything new. Gotten far too invested in it at this point. But yeah, it's fun to do suggestions from folks too and do them live. For sure. Yeah, Bill the Cat, I think you're on the money there. Just, yeah, at a pace that was unsustainable. Well, here, this is going to be the last doodle for this session. Aptly so, because the end is now near. I feel like that's a famous sign, at least in cartooning world. Right? Let's give a little color there. Well, Telltale still is around technically, but yeah, not the same version that it was before. But yeah, I miss working with my friends there. Honestly. Oh whoa! Look at that subscription gifts from Swarm of Dead Insects. Very nice. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I guess I'll hang out a little longer since that hype train thing's going, and I figure that helps people out if I stay on the stream. But I'm nearing the end of this. Because I've just hit an hour, so. Hello, Hip Cactus. Yeah, you are catching the very tail end here, but since the little hype train thing's going on, I guess I'll do one more prompt. What shall it be? Loaf of bread seems a bit silly. Wild animals, that's a lot of work. Orchid, roulette wheel, me. A laughing donkey? Possibly. Dream house. Kaleidoscope. Gosh, there's not a lot of blah blah blah. New cartoon character. Okay, I'll do that. New cartoon character. Not sure exactly what I was doing here. Excuse me. And let's skip this guy, this color. Well, Fritz Wolf, I guess maybe it's just not showing up in the detailing, but there is a lot of smudging going on. I try hard to keep my hands from resting on shaded areas, but I inevitably will smudge pencil. There's your new cartoon character. Percy the Pug? I don't know. Punch Pug? What would you call him? What's his cartoon name? What alliteration could we possibly do here? Okay. Okay, well, it looks like the hype train finished. And yeah, I think I feel like I'm just let's see. Alright, postage stamp and done. There we are. This is the last one. This truly is the last one I'm going to do. That could be the case. Not really. I think Billy Cat, maybe I tried that once a long ago, but I have not come back to it. I don't know. No real reason. But I think those gloves help. Yeah, that's true. You can do that. Spray them. I don't, but probably should. Depends on the paper too. Some paper just is more susceptible to smudging, and others kind of absorb the pencil a little better. Those are all good pug names. I'm just putting some random dude. On this stamp. He probably was a politician, or maybe he invented something, who knows. But he got a stamp out of it. The stamp's from a while ago, so it's only for 2 cents. Yes, the inventor of the retirement plan. That's great. Yes, true. Well, I mean, all art supplies, right? There's a million variations and things. Let's see. We'll add just a little bit of color to this. Okay, I'm gonna call that a day. Thank you everyone for coming along for this ride today. I appreciate it. But I will end the session here, and I'll post it. It'll be on my Twitch channel for at least a week, and I post all of this stuff over on YouTube as well, my YouTube channel. So if you feel like going back through it, it'll be up there. All right. Thanks everyone again. That was a lot of fun, and I'll see you again hopefully in a week or so. All right. Goodbye.